Assalamu alaikum marhaban bik. Today our discussion will be on fi'lu amarin, the conjugation of what? The command verb tense in the Arabic language. How to form the command verbs. We know command verbs like go, command verbs like what? Go, come, eat, and the rest of them. How do we form these command tense verbs? What is the pattern that these command tense verbs need to follow? In order to understand this better, let's come down to this table here, which is the table for the present tense verbs. If you were together with us in the last episode, link placed above, you would know that we had discussed the formation and the conjugation of the present tense verbs. Now, if you look at this table, it is not a complete table for the present tense verbs. This is because what is important to us in order to form the command tense verbs is only the second person present tense verbs. Who are the second persons? The people we are talking to. As I'm talking to you right away, you have become the second person because I would be using you. And it is this same second person that we command. If I need to command anyone, it is you I would command. I will say go. When I say go, I'm commanding the listener. So the listener is the second person. This is why we have the second person present tense verbs here. If we look at this, all of these present tense verbs, they all mean you are going, an action performed in the present tense. You are going. Now, why are they many if they all have the same meaning? The difference between them is that all of the ones you find in this column, they all are for the males, for the masculine, while the ones in this column are for the what? For the feminine. Then also the other difference is that the ones in this row are for the singular, while the ones in this row are for the dual. Then the ones in this row are for the jama'u. If this is clearly understood, another thing I will let you know, because I want this to be with rules, so that when you recall the rule, you will know how to form the command tense. What is the rule? If you look at all of the present tense above, you will notice that they all fall, each of them fall into one of three categories. What are the three categories? The first category is the ones that do not end. Okay, let's start like this. There are present tense verbs here that do not end with noon. They do not end with wa and noon. They do not also end with alif and noon. They do not also end with ya and noon. And the present tense verb is this particular one. It only ends with ba. It does not end with wa and noon, alif and noon, or even ya and noon. You understand what I mean by this? Then the second category is the category that ends with what? Either wa and noon, alif and noon, and ya and noon. These ones, they end. This one does not end with alif and noon, wa and noon, and ya and noon. But this particular one, it ends with what? Alif and noon, ya and noon, or even wa and noon. These are the present tense verbs like tadhabina, tadhabani, this one, tadhabuna. You can see that all of these present tense verbs, they either end with alif and noon, or wa and noon, or even ya and noon. This particular one here, tadhabina, it ends with what? Ya and noon. While these ones end with what? Alif and noon, this one ends with what? Wa and noon. This is another category. Then the last category is the category that ends with just noon. It doesn't end with wa and noon, alif and noon, ya and noon, but it ends with just noon. This is the word tadhabna. Now, why do we need this? This is because it will simplify the formation of the command tense. If you already know that the ones which end with ya and noon, alif and noon, or even wa and noon, these ones, their formation will follow the same pattern. While the ones which does not even end with wa and noon, ya and noon, and even alif and noon, they will also follow the same pattern. Then the one that end with just noon also has one pattern. Now, as for the ones that do not end with alif and noon, ya and noon, or even wa and noon, like this one here, tadhabu. All you will need to do is that, okay, first, all of these present tense verbs, the ta that begins them will need to be removed. So when you remove the ta, you will replace this ta with hamza that has kisra. So, like the word tadhabu now, you're going to be remove. Let's go back. Tadhabu, this particular word here, you're going to remove the ta. So let's come here and replace it with what? Hamza. So after doing this, then that means that you're going to do this for all of the present tense verbs because you will need to remove their tar, the tar that begins them, in order to form their command tense. So you remove what? The tar. Look at it. You are going to remove the tar from each of them and replace it with a hamza that has kesra. After doing this, for this first one, which does not end with noon or wa and noon, alif and noon, it ends with the original bar. This particular one, you're going to bring all of the letters back there. Look at it. You bring all of these letters, which are the letters zal with the sukun, letter ha with the ba with the fatha, and letter ba. The only difference is that the ba will now be ending with sukun. To give you what? Idhab. So the word idhab means go. Idhab, go. But this time you are commanding a second person male singular. You have a single male like me in front of you, or like you, I'm commanding you, I will simply say idhab, go. So since this particular word tadhabu, as we have it here, it does not end with wa and nun or anything nun. That is why this is how we just form it. The last letter will be made to take sukun. That's the difference. After removing the ta, the last letter will be made to take sukun to give you what? Idhab. If this word was to be a different word, let's say you have the word taf'alu, taf'alu. You can see this is the same pattern. Taf'alu, you are doing. All you need to do is the same thing. Remove the ta, make it hamza kesra'i, then put the fa and ain, then the lam should be made to take sukun. It becomes if'al, do, just like idhab, good. So if this is understood, then moving on to the second one, which is the word tadhabina, tadhabani. All of these ones that end with either alif and nun, ya and nun, or wa and nun. It is the same thing. First, you have removed the ta and replaced it with hamza kisra e. The second thing you need to do is just to remove the nun. They are nun. Finish. Just remove what? They are nun. Let's go here and do it. What the word we have here is tadhabin, as you can see it. So let's put it here. You will now have be with ya only. The nun has been removed. So it will not give you idhabi because the word was tadhabina. You have now removed the nun to give what? Idhabi, which means go. The word tadhabina meant you are going for a single female. If you are Aisha, I'm talking to you, I will say tadhabina, you are going. Now that I want to command you, I will replace the ta with hamza kisra'i and remove the nun. Finish. So it will not give us idhabi. We are left with what? Idhabi, go. Now coming to the second one, which is the word tadhabani. These two, they are the same. Tadhabani, both of you are going. If you have two males in front of you or two females in front of you, you are saying that they are going. You will say you both are going, which means tadhabani, both of you are going. All you need to do, since you have already removed the ta and replaced it with hamza here, the next thing you need to do is to bring the word itself, but this time the noon is also removed. Idhaba. So the word will now give you what? Idhaba, which means both of you go. Just like Allah says in the Quran that idhaba ila fir'auna innahu tagha. While he was commanding Musa alayhi salam and his brother Harun, he said, idhaba ila fir'aun. Both of you go to Fir'aun. Go to Fir'aun, two of you. So the word was tadhabani. Since it is ending with noon, we remove the noon, replace it with hamza to give us what? Idhaba. The same thing here. Now coming to this side, this one also ends with wa and noon. The same thing. You have already removed the ta. Now the word was tadhabuna. So you still have idhabu, but the noon is removed. So it will give you what? Idhabu, which means all of you go. We usually end it with alif here. So it will give you what? Idhabu, all of you should go. So now you are commanding second person males. You have plenty boys or plenty men in front of you. You want to tell them that idhabu, go, all of you should go. So it is what? Idhabu, all of you go. Go, all of you boys or all of you men. So you can see all of the present tense, second person present tense verbs which end with alif and nun, wa and nun, or even ya and nun. What we have done is to replace the ta with hamza kisra'i, then the nun is omitted to give you the command tense, as easy as that. But the one which does not end that way is even easier. Just remove the ta, change it to hamza kisra'i, the ba here, you not change it to sukun. To give you what? Idhab. Good. Coming to the last one, which is the one that ends with noon, but it doesn't end with alif and noon. There is no alif before the noon, no where before the noon, or no ya before the noon, just noon after the last letter of the original verb. This particular one, what you will need to do is to simply remove the ta. Finish. Just remove the ta. Let's do that. The word is tadhabna, which means you females are going. So it will be what? Idhabna. This one you will not remove the noon, since the noon does not come after alif, wa, or noon, or ya. So the word is what? Idhabna. Idhabna. All of you females go. If you are commanding females, there are many, you say idhabna, all of you go. Idhabna anti wa Maryam wa Zainab, go. You, Fatima, Maryam, and the rest of them, just tell them to go. Idhabna. So you have seen how we have been able to form the command tense verbs from the second person female, from the second person present tense verbs. Now, can we go through this again so that we understand it better? Of course, let's go through it once again. Let's come here. We have said that all of these present tense verbs that you are seeing, they are for the second person because they all mean you are doing something, you are doing. So these present tense verbs here, we said they all mean you are going. Now, how we are able to form the command tense verb is that the one that does not end with noon, it doesn't end with ya and noon, alif and noon, or even wa and noon, you will simply change it to what? Idhab. So the ba will now take sukun, while the ta is replaced with hamza. The same thing here, the one that ends with ya and noon, alif and noon, or even wa and noon, these ones change the ta, replace the ta with hamza, and remove the noon. For all of this, replace this ta with hamza, replace this ta with hamza, replace this ta with hamza, and remove the noon. But for this one, don't even remove the noon because there is no where before the noon, there is no alif before the noon, and there is no ya before the noon. So just change the ta with hamza. So this is to say that any other Arabic verb patterns that we come across, let's say let me choose a different verb. We have the verb sa'ala, which is the past tense verb sa'ala. The present tense verb for the second person would be, for the singular second person, male, to be tas'alu, which means you male, you are asking. To form the command tense now is easy. Replace the ta with hamza kisra e and bring the remaining letters is, then then the lam, but the lam change it to sukun. Is'al, ask. If the word was for the female second person, let's say you have tas'alina, which means you female, you are asking, tas'alina. You can see that this one is ending with ya and noon. Just remove the noon and change the ta with hamza. So to give you what? Put the remaining letters there the same way they are. So it will now give you what? Sorry. It will now give you is Ali with ya. Is Ali with ya. Is Ali. You're commanding a female. If it was from many people, let's say you have, both two persons, and you tell them that tas'alani, both of you are asking, tas'alani. You can see this is the word, tas'alani, two of you are asking. Now, you can see that there is alif before the noon. So remove the noon also and replace the ta with what? Hamza. This will give you is a, then the remaining la is Allah. Here you are commanding two persons to ask. Is Allah, both of you ask. Now, if there are many, you have many males. The word would have been tas'aluna. This is for the present tense, tas'aluna. You are telling them that you are asking, you all are asking. Tas'aluna. But now you can see that the noon, it is ending with noon after wa. So you remove the noon and replace the ta with hamza. It will give you is a, then lu, is alu, then we'll end it with alif, is alu. All of you should ask. If they are females, the word for the present tense verb will be tas'alna. You are saying that you all are asking. If they are females, tas'alna, you females are asking. To form the command tense, everything will remain except the ta. Just change the ta to hamza kisra. Then to give you is al-na. Is al-na. This is for the females when they are many. It's alna. Ask, all of you. So this formation of the command tense is used for all of the verbs. The only changes that will come is maybe some verbs that their second letters are having kesra or doma. Those ones, there will not be any difficulty in it. When next we meet, we shall discuss further. Make sure you like, share with your friends, your comments at the comment section. Ila an naltaqi ma'as salama.